Good afternoon, everyone. This is Anthony, Wall Street Trader. It's 1:11 p.m. on Hump Day, Wednesday, May 26, 2021. This is not financial advice. It's educational and intended to be educational only. There's a Twitter link in the description underneath the video if you want to subscribe to what I'm thinking about in terms of the trades I want to put on or put off, as well as my actual trades that I put on and put off. Then I also publish out on Twitter the intraday major market moves that might interest you. There is a subscribe button below as well if you want to see the other videos I do. I also do RLC, which is iExec, as well as News Cipher. Let's move forward. Allocations. Nothing's changed here. None of my conditions have been met. And, I didn't think this one was, because then we would just really, the Bitcoin pair, the Bitcoin US dollar was really just roaring. So look, here's the deal. Like every day I reevaluate, I reassess the entry points that I have in terms of the scenarios in which I want to go in. And things change through time. So these I could wipe these things out if my sentiment changes regarding the technical patterns and and more peripheral macro environment. So I take it day by day. But again, I don't change my mind in the middle of a massive crisis or some emotional moment. Again, I pull myself to the side. I take a seat. I start thinking clearly, and I evaluate things as logically as I can. That's why I layer into the trade. I layer in. I didn't put 100% at $1.17. I'd probably be in real shit shape right now, but gladly I didn't. And then I dipped again. And where are we? We're at 82 cents. I'm still losing money, but I could be in a lot worse shape if I didn't layer in. So let's move forward into the markets. What's going on here? Well, yeah, this is again on the left side of an equation that I've relentlessly been trying to make sure all of you understand. The graph US dollar is an output to these two things. So I really look at these two things to get a view of what I think is going to happen to the graph, right? So generally speaking, I'm bullish Bitcoin, although we might have a little short-term turbulence, might actually be a buying opportunity. We'll see in a moment. And then there's the strength of the Bitcoin the strength of the graph relative to Bitcoin, right? I think I've done this math down here, but feel free to take a snapshot of this and do it yourself. So cancel out Bitcoin and you get GRT over USD. Anyway, enough of that slide. It's boring. So let's go straight into the next chart, one of the inputs, which is Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, where are we, Bitcoin? Where art thou, Bitcoin? So it looked like we were doing this head and shoulders pattern, and I'm going to just pop that on here for a second because I think it's important to know. And we actually bounced all the way up to the almost 41,000 range, which is where I expected us to be. Then I expected us to waffle around in there. Well, we're not waffling right now. We're kind of a little bit of a pullback. I want to see if this thing continues to respect the head and shoulders, but we won't know right away. The alternative here, where I'm slightly less bullish, in the ultimately in the near term, is this, which is kind of a wedge, but typically you come out on the other side of the wedge. So we may come down. We may see a little bit of volatility here on the downside. I'm not overwhelmingly concerned about this one bit. We might see some price action. I don't think it would fall too far. If it comes down, it's like in the 36 range. Or not, or we just bust back up into the 40, 42 range, and kumbaya, we're back to normal. But we're sort of back to normal. I wouldn't say we're racing ahead. However, that being said, on the graph Bitcoin pair, we do look pretty good. Generally speaking, we bounced decidedly off this line. We're up here. We're 22.15. Honestly, I want to see a run over to here, and we look like we're making a upside down conehead pattern, very similar to what we saw with Bitcoin. Not to say that that will happen right now. Could take some time. Might never happen. Just pointing it out. But it does eerily look like that same conehead we just saw in the Bitcoin pair when we were looking at that inverted head and shoulders pattern. So again, inverted head and shoulders patterns are very bullish. So we have to see how this plays out. I think we could start trekking back up to the 2,500. It's pretty interesting how, we're starting to see a bit. Even though Bitcoin was going down, we saw a sharp uptick here from 2153 all the way to 2218. Something to keep your mind on. And if you look over here at Bitcoin, it looks like it's starting to make a little bit of a rally. We'll see how this thing plays out. I'll keep everyone posted on this. Subscribe to Twitter. That's where it's all at. Anyway, have a good day, everyone. We'll catch up later. Bye.